Hey, I'm Mark. So this is one of my favorite board games to play. This is Axis and Allies. Came out a while back. I've played various versions of this game since the late 80s, Reagan administration, for those of you in Keokuk. And so this is the European one, and then this is the Asia Pacific. And what is really cool about this is that the two boards fit together, and that's not going to work out. Two boards fit together, and it's longer than I am tall. It's a huge thing. This is a ping pong table that we're on, just to give you an idea. My buddy and I, we play this usually in the wintertime, and the pieces that that's France. That's another small one. So the pieces, there's bombers, there are men, anti-aircraft, artillery, transport ships, cruisers, destroyers, tanks, planes, aircraft carriers. I mean, this is a very, very realistic game. And so you'll have, your people in here, and you go around the entire board, and this is World War II. And so the goal is to win World War II. Now, I'm an anti-authority type of a person. I never went into the military. I'm not a big fan of structure, as some of you know. So, I'll do it like this. Okay. So some of you know, not a huge fan of structure. I think outside of the box. I like to do things differently. My next door neighbor was in the Special Forces in the 80s in Central America. Very tactical, very different. And so he has kicked my rear end in this game so many times it's not even funny. But I have done everything as the Americans, as the Allies, to take out the Japanese, to take out the Chinese, and just from a logistical standpoint, how long it takes to move men there, how long it takes to move material there. If you don't have enough material there and then all of a sudden they get wiped out, you're screwed. It's really, really complex, and it's fun. Bill and I are the only two people that know how to play it like we do, because we just, bang the heck out of each other. But so when I talk about, certain things that to me it just is every day, bam, I see it. It's because of some thought exercise, or it's some experience that I've had that lets me see enough to think, yeah, I can make a generalized assumption. So I can tell you right now that the hot spots of the world are the Straits of Hormuz, the Malaysian Strait, there's a couple of there's one here, this is kind of an important area, but this is where all the oil is, this is where all the trade, this is the other important one. And so the Chinese want full access to this. And in case they don't get this, they also have their Belt and Road Initiative, which is they're loaning countries too much money for these projects that are huge, that are bound to fail. And then they get to take over the property like they did in Sri Lanka. They've ended up with a huge open water, deep water port in Sri Lanka because Sri Lanka couldn't afford the payments, and now Sri Lanka is bankrupt. So China's got all sorts of stuff set up. Kazakhstan, here's let's see, the Ukraine is over in here, so this is where the hot spot is. But yeah, I've played this so often that you kind of have an idea as based on geography. There's only certain things that are going to work, and there's certain things that won't. So hopefully that explains why I sometimes am just like, oh yeah, blah, 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 blah. I mean, this game is so intense. You also have to earn money so that you can buy more men, planks, or tanks and planes and whatever. But it even has like where your Navy goes, where your Air Force bases go. You have two different types of factories. It's very, very realistic in a lot of ways, the logistics and everything. It's a fascinating game. So if anybody knows how to play this game really well and lives close to Indianapolis and wants to join in sometime, by all means, let me know. So this is how I know some of this stuff. Thanks.